You will be in the Matrix.
I took
Oh,
I
I
took both pills. I took the red and the blue. Yeah, so you got to bear with me. I'm
okay.
in and out of the Matrix. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a video with Movie Mash and D&J Movie Reviews. We got
What's up,
we got
everybody? What's
Justin
popping?
and D.
What's up?
So
What's up?
today
What up?
we're going to talk about the Matrix.
Oh
What
yeah.
is the Matrix? If you don't know by now, you should not be watching this. But
No.
anyway, so the trailer just dropped the other day, the new part 4 coming out. Well, I mean, before we talk about it, do you want to talk about your experiences with the original 3? What do you reckon, Justin?
Yeah,
Or
the
Drew?
the third. I mean, 1 through 3. I think it was really good. I like number 1 because I mean, you can't get any better than the original. So, and definitely when Keanu Reeves is like going crazy in it, and first he got lost, then he had to learn kung fu with Lawrence Fishburne, and that's crazy. You can't get any better than that.
No. What do you reckon, Justin?
This basically like he said, just like in the first one, he was just brought into this like world he just never knew about. He didn't even know nothing about the Matrix, and Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus, Darrell. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne was just showing him around and telling him basically about the programs in the Matrix, and
Yeah.
then how he had to like adapt. He had to know some stuff. So.
Well, I remember back years ago, back in 1999, when it was summertime, and both The Mummy and The Matrix came out at the same time. And I remember the advert, the trailers on the TV going, "What is The Matrix?" And I'm like, I don't know. It just looks like it's full of CGI. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I went to see The Mummy instead. I had a choice of the two. And I was like, now, don't get me wrong. I like The Mummy. I do. I love it. But I never I was like, oh, you know what? I don't know. It's just not giving me enough on the trailer, which was part of the thing it had going at the time was the slogan, "What is the Matrix?" Everyone wanted to know. But I remember, because back in 1999, we were still using VHS and we didn't have videos and all that. Well, DVDs.
Old school.
So I remember my friend around Christmas got he was always up to date with everything, and he got a brand new DVD player.
Right.
And with that came the Matrix, and he goes, "Oh, do you want to see this Matrix? This is the first ever DVD I ever saw." And he put the Matrix on, and I went to see The Mummy.
Yeah, The Mummy.
So I swear to God, obviously the picture being really good as well, because the DVD first time, I actually, when it was finished, I started it straight away. I watched it straight away again. And to this day, let me keep my glass on because I'm like Matrix.
Right. Matrix.
To this day, I still think that the Matrix, the first one, is one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made.
You think so?
It's one of them, definitely. Because if you think, right, apart from the story was really good and it was well executed. Yeah, I mean, like, we're all asleep. It was like, what? Oh my God. And we can do shit now. But have you noticed every film after 1999 copied The Matrix with its style, with the slow down, bullet time, and all the fighting? Like, even just the fighting choreography in the first Matrix was like, to this day, to this day, like Keanu Reeves, and is it Hugo Weaving? And Morpheus, obviously, Lawrence Fishburne. Like, the choreography and the fight style, it was like the best I had seen up to this point was probably like Kickboxer or Boxer or stuff like that, Rocky. Yeah. But this was like, oh my God. So you had style, you had story, you had everything. It was just it revolutionized movies for years. And even today, they're still using that slow down time, because the slow down time always, to me, made it look like it was how fast things were going. When things were going slow, it means things were going fast. And I mean, like, I know that Will Smith fucked up big time because he and Tom Cruise were the original choices for Neo.
Yes, they
and
was.
You know what Will Smith turned down? You know what he went to do instead of the Matrix?
The Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West, which we know didn't do so well for him. Which it ain't terrible, but you know, he gets a raw deal. It's not that bad, you know.
No.
It's good, but he, and then his missus turned up in the second and third. You know, she was like, "Hey, you fucked up. I'm not."
Yeah.
But to say like, no, and it's just, to me, the first Matrix was. I remember my son when he was at a certain age, when he was able to understand things. I showed him the Matrix, and he was like me. You know, like even then, like, you know, he was like me, and it was just even cool watching him watch it. Yeah. So as I say, like the Matrix, the first one, and Keanu Reeves, you know what? Everyone gives him a hard time for being a bad actor. Yeah. Well, I don't think he is. I think what it is, he's very good charisma, and he's got a good character, and a director who knows how to use Keanu Reeves' strengths. Correct. Then you've got like John Wick and Bill and Ted. I mean, I think he was originally acting Bill.
Don't forget, is it Knock Knock with him and those two girls?
I haven't seen that.
Hey, yeah, go ahead and see
that. I heard some messed up things, but I haven't actually seen it. But and to say he's good. He's just Lawrence Fishburne. I was already a fan of his anyway, especially since What Love Got to Do with It, you know.
Come on, Hattie, man.
I mean, like, you want to teach your children how to look after women, show them that. No, don't. Yeah, but as I say, no, but I was a fan of his since Boys in the Hood, and he'd made a film called Fled. I don't know if you guys see it, where he broke out of prison. He did a film,
I haven't seen that one.
Deep Cover, where he's on the, you know, he's on the cover as a police
Boys in the Hood. You can't forget that.
Boys in the Hood, but I'm talking about like films that he did as solo. I found out the other night that, have you seen Die Hard 3 with Samuel Jackson and Will Smith?
I have not seen Die Hard 3. No, I haven't seen that one.
All right, well, he was actually supposed to do that too. And also, I know Sean Connery was originally asked to do Morpheus, but turned it down. Yeah.
I know that.
Wow.
Sean Connery, he retired, and he was even turned down. You know, Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. He was first choice, and he turned that down. But going back, as I say, I think The Matrix, the first one. Now, what do you think of Matrix, the second one? What do you call? What's it called?
Reloaded.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Justin. You take that one.
Let's see. For the second one, I think that it's the fight scenes got a little better in the second one. If you can go back and like just watch the movie, like, you know how like when they was in that little, I think that alley, that place where he was talking to the Oracle, and then after that, then Smith came up and he was talking to him and all stuff, and then after that, then whole bunch of like copycats of him came out of nowhere and tried to ambush Neo, and then like all that fight sequences, bro, like you could tell like from shot, it was just so amazing, and that's what I liked about it. And it's the second one, man, it definitely had a lot of I think the second one, it had a lot of like good like humor to it a little bit, but you know, there were some scenes in the movie, man, that was just like really like hardcore in the second movie that I like. And especially, y'all remember that one fight scene with the twins? With the
the two with the dreads.
Yeah, man, and how they can like, you know, they could go through walls and all stuff, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that was tight. I like that, man, and it was real good.
I like, my best part was actually the car scene when they're driving on the highway.
I was gonna say,
they showed out. When he was fighting Mr. Smith, or when he was fighting one of the agents on the transfer, the 18-wheeler.
Morpheus.
Yeah, they was fighting on the 18-wheeler, and he you know what? He actually broke. I think he discolated his arm when he actually was getting the sword on the side of the 18-wheeler. When he had to catch it, he actually tore something in his arm, and they had to keep filming. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. He actually tore something, and
I don't know that.
But yeah, but then my baby Trinity, when she was riding that motorcycle, woo, she went ham.
Yeah, she
went ham. But
I know.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So with me, the second one, it's good and bad, right? So for me, it's not as good as the first, because the first was like magic. The second one, the good things about it was the action. Yeah. Now I wouldn't say the action was better, but it was more, and that scene with on top of the big truck with Morpheus.
Yeah.
The whole highway, we call it motorway, but the whole motorway highway scene from the second she got on that bike, she had that little guy with the keys and stuff, and she had to get, and Morpheus, it's like Morpheus knows he can't win, but I got to hold this guy off. And this is where it's good, because it's an impossible situation, but he's got to hold him off until Neo gets there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. Now, I will say, if you look now, some of the CGI is a bit dated, but we allow for it because it was good in its day. Especially the scene you were talking about with, all the agents running out. Some of it looks plasticky, but you know what? But what I will say is that I found a problem I was a little bit underwhelmed, where I thought, now I'm not knocking it, but I was a little bit underwhelmed where I think they tried to complicate the story a little bit more, trying to make it more intelligent with what was the guy? Oh, the architect. The guy, the white.
Oh, the architect.
They were trying to make it, a lot of people coming out scratching their heads. Even I was a little bit. I got it, but I think they were trying to make the story too complicated, too sophisticated, and it's cool, but I found that I mean, that's what happens with sequels, but what, at least they tried. And I thought the second one was really, I mean, I can't watch the first one without watching the second, so it goes without saying. Everyone brought the A game as well, and Morpheus, Neo, Trinity, and I will say, is it Agent Smith?
Agent Smith, yes.
Those guys, they worked hard day and night. They didn't just, they learned all their moves themselves. Obviously there was some stuff there and all that. All those moves are real, and I've seen the making of it, and it's hardcore. So yeah, for me, I like the second one. I don't know if you guys know, but you know that part 2 came out the same year as part 3.
Yeah. They split it up. They split it up half and half.
Yeah, summer.
They make it like a 2-part movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it came out. I think, was it? If not mistaken, did it come out like? Yeah, it came out 2003. Did it come out like
summer?
Did it come out like in a month span or something like that? Like
no, over here it was the summertime and then Christmas. It was summer release and then Christmas. But there was something I was going to say. I don't know if it's true. And if anyone knows, please comment below and let me know. But the twins, I think one of them recently committed suicide.
Man.
What?
I don't know if that's for sure. Yeah, if any of you got a phone or anywhere checking that for me there, I don't know. But one of the twins committed suicide, as far as I know. I don't know. But
actually, yeah, he
yeah.
Hold on, I'm reading about it. Let's see. No, I'm not reading. I haven't seen anything about it yet. Hold on. I'll get to you when I see it.
All right. Well, I don't know if it's true. I just heard that, and you know what? That's a shame. But as I say, the whole film is good. And then it's a cliffhanger, as we all know, with Trinity and all that. Now, what did you think of part 3?
3 was okay.
Let's see. Part 3, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like watching part 3, it didn't really feel like a lot of like action to me. It felt like it dragged a little bit. Didn't y'all feel like it did in part 3?
I
It dragged
did.
a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it dragged a little bit. Yeah, it did drag.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So in part 3, okay, okay, Neo wakes up. He's in the subway train. He wakes up. He doesn't know where he's at, and he's trying to get his way back out. And then after that, then you hear about the whole stuff about these machines coming in to invade Zion, and they're trying to destroy Zion. And then Neo and Trinity has to go to this like the world the machines are at, and so he can try to like end this war and all stuff, because he has to fight Smith. That's what I'm saying. We didn't even we got like the fight scenes, like the first act we got the fight scenes, but I think like we didn't get another fight like actual fight scenes until like the end where him and Smith had to fight.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I kind of feel like the third movie kind of dragged for me, because they was getting like a lot of strategies together, and they was trying to figure out, how to stop the machines, from invading Zion. That's basically what it was.
Hey, salute out to that kid who actually got in that machine and was actually firing them weapons, up to get those machines. And I mean, the third one was really like you said, it did drag out a little bit. And I mean, only thing I honestly remember of the third one is, the best scenes were, the kid helping Neo, then Neo and Agent Smith fighting in the rain. I mean, that's the only thing what actually excited me about the third one was just that. And when Neo actually took off with the machines, and we knew there was going to be a fourth one, but because Neo didn't die. So I mean,
I don't know. I thought he had. I thought it was suggested that he was dead.
No, remember he got blinded. He got.
But it's just that he was carried away at the end.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out.
But Trinity died.
Trinity didn't die. He saved Trinity. Trinity, because remember the bullet he shot the bullet. Agent Smith shot her, and Neo went into her body and pumped her heart and took the bullet out. And he pumped her heart, electrocuted her heart, and she survived. Trinity didn't die in the third one.
No, at the end.
Whoa, second. Whoa, Darrell, you confused, bro. She did die in the third one. The second one, bro. He saved her life.
Oh, yes.
He went through up in the air and it came down, and the spikes went through her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And when she was falling in that building, she was trying to shoot at that agent, and then that agent shot her like one bullet right there to the to the heart. Yeah, and that's when Neo came and he saved her, and then he found a way to pull the bullet.
I swear I thought that was the third one, but no, you got it. You're right.
Yeah, no. At the end, they went up above the clouds where the sun was, and then they came streaming and they crashed, and then there was these spikes and coming through her, and he couldn't save her. She even said, "I don't think you can save me this time."
Yeah, you're right.
So she definitely dead, but I just, I just assumed that he was dead because I don't know. But look, to me, it dragged. Yeah, I think all that business with Zion was a little bit too long. Some of it I just wasn't in. It was good, but it dragged on a little bit too long. I was more interested in what's going on with Neo. Come on. All that bit at the start where he's at the train station and he can't get out. He's running up and down.
Yeah.
Like those little things could have been cut down a little bit shorter because that was like, all right. But you know what? Even though it's not as good as the first or the second, it's still in the top 100 of best sci-fi movies compared to all the others. And then the end fight, I remember watching that, thinking, because there was no Superman film out at the time, there was no superhero, it was just kicking off, and I was like, this is what Superman should look like, when that happens, in the rain as well, with the rain and all that. And you know what?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, Darrell,
what's up?
When I watched the third one, how Smith and Neo was flying and they was fighting in the sky and all stuff. And then when they collided, and you feel the impact and all stuff. I got kind of like them Dragon Ball Z vibes, bro.
When Goku fought Superman.
No, not even that. Just like the Dragon Ball Z, like
Yeah,
vibes, just in
there was
general, like
that
they just
big
fighting
ball
and
of
all stuff
butt,
like this
the rain
impact.
exploded.
Like they fly. Like Darrell, they fly from far away, then they fly to each other, and then you hear like feel the impact go boom.
I think
that's
that
what
was
it felt
probably
like,
one of the best. That's probably one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a while, and because they went at it. I mean, Agent Smith got the best of Neo. Telling you, but Agent Smith didn't go out like
no, he came hard, but I think at the end he realized he had to let him win to kind of infect him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just as I say, speaking about fighting, in part one where the fight scene in the underground.
Yes.
Yeah. I still think to this day that's still one of the best fight scenes of all time. One of them. I still think that's up there. That whole fight scene do you remember when they landed on the ground and the bullets and the guns and he's like, "You're empty, and so are you." Yeah. And they started dancing because he was like he can't win. He was still weak compared to him, but he was fighting hard.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, he's beginning to believe." And you're like, "You're with him.
Just blocking.
You're with him. You're with him." You're like, "You're with him." That's the thing about the film. It's like you weren't going, "Yeah." You was like, "Yeah, he's believing. I believe."
Yeah, I believe.
And when he got shot, I was, huh? And then he got up and he did that one hand thing. I was like, "Oh my god, this film's so good."
Yeah, it was. It was great. It was great.
When he stopped them bullets, just went no.
Oh, that was awesome. He did that.
Agent Smith, you got to run when they come at you. He just stops and turns, just does one hand.
Yeah,
just go
with one hand. I was like that.
But I do think that Hugo Weaving, Agent Smith, is definitely, because he's not much to look at as a bad guy in general. Like he's just a normal looking guy.
Yeah.
But the way he talks and he's Mr. He is just evil. Yeah, he's definitely he's in the top 100 category of bad guys of all time.
Smooth with it. He's just smooth with it.
Yeah, he just smooth with it.
Like Mr. Anderson, he goes, "What good is what did he say? What good is a voice?"
I like the third one. He said,
"What?" Do you know?
I like the third one. He said, "Mr. Anderson, welcome back." He said, "We missed you." And he said, "You like what I done with the place?"
Yeah. No, I like when.
I mean, like I said, it's just those vibes right there. You just get off of.
Is it 2 or 3 when he and Neo was talking to the Oracle and they're outside in the playground, and when he comes in, Neo's fighting him off with the pole. Is that 2 or 3?
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
They jumped on him
because remember the Oracle, she had that one dude that was with the Asian dude. Yeah, one Asian dude that was with her because he could tell that he can feel like something was about to happen.
Yeah.
And then he got the Oracle tell Neo everything that he needed to know, and then that's when they left and they closed the door, and that's when Smith came up and walked in. So that's basically what happened. But
I like when everybody was jumping on him and like he was like, "You cannot win." Then he's like, he just flew up and he was like, "Oh, he's doing the Superman again." So that was.
But everyone was great on these movies, and that's why because now all I know is we've seen the trailer, but that's why it saddens me to hear that Lawrence Fishburne isn't on this. It don't feel Matrix.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I know the young guy is on it.
But here's the thing, though. But there's also, I've been hearing that there's there's been a lot of people talking about that the Matrix has like a different type of multiverse, if that's true. Because here's the thing. Because I'm gonna tell you this though. Who's to say that Lawrence Fishburne is not in this movie? They just didn't show him in the trailer. Because
true. You don't know.
Because if you think about it, okay, yeah, they got Yahya to play. Morpheus. But then again, though, basically in this movie, couldn't they not go into another world of the Matrix and all stuff? And Lawrence Fishburne.
I don't think it should overcomplicate it either.
Right. Here's what I think. My brother brought this to my attention. He was like, "So, remember, he took the red and blue pill. So what do you think he might not? He just is dreaming about all this stuff is actually happening, and it really didn't happen. It was just the red and blue pill just fucked them up.
I hear that.
And I was just like, what if this is really not happening? It's just he's just dreaming. He's in a coma. He's just dreaming, and boom, he meets Trinity. Because remember what Trinity said: "Have we met?"
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that they obviously they didn't die in the third or Trinity. They'll find a way that she didn't die.
Exactly.
And
But
they've
honestly, that's what I'm
reconnected
thinking.
them.
I'm thinking they're gonna probably
They've reconnected them to the Matrix. They're putting back in, you know, because I think they made a deal. Didn't they make a deal in the end of it saying, look, we can take out who we want, but the Matrix is going to continue as normal. But we can take out who we want and no one's going to chase us. Well, the two, Trinity and Neo, are stuck in where all the what do you call it, robots are. Yeah. So what are they going to do? They're going to put them back in, and time has passed, and they're back in there. But because Neo is the one, he's beginning to notice things ain't normal.
Correct.
And maybe another virus and another type thing kicks in to it. Right. And they're showing Morpheus in the Matrix as a young man. But when you come out of the Matrix, maybe he's Lawrence Fishburne. Maybe
that's
inside
what I'm
the
saying.
Matrix.
That's what I'm saying. There's a possibility.
Yeah,
there's a possibility.
You know, come out of it. But I believe that there will be another two after this. They ain't just going to make one. There's never just going to make one. They're going to make another two, assuming this as well. So it don't mean that he's not going to be in it. Plus, I really, that's probably another reason why he remembered who Trinity is. Like, we met. Yeah. But also Hugo Weaving as Mr. Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I'm asking too much, but I would like him to be in it somewhere, you know, because he, to me, was still part of the Matrix. You know, don't make him a good guy, please. If you know, don't make him a good guy, but please make him in it somehow.
He comes back, but here's the thing: like, he got killed off in the third movie. So what would he do to come back?
He was killed in the second, the first as well, kind of.
Yeah, he got caught. He got killed almost in the first.
He did. Yeah, he did get killed in the first one.
And the third one, he always came back. So, like,
he's the virus.
Like y'all said, like, what if he comes back in the fourth one, and he's even stronger?
But then maybe you see the problem with that is they might be treading over too many old lines. To me, this looks like a remake, a kind of a reboot, because it's like you've put him back in, and he's now beginning to feel like something is not right with the world. Again, we've done this before. And towards the end, he's going to start believing he's the one and Trinity's the one with him. I just feel that's the way they're going. Not complaining. I'm not sure if we needed another Matrix movie. I'm not sure if we needed it, but I love the Matrix, so I'm not going to moan either. Do you know what I mean?
I love the Matrix too. The Matrix is great.
It looks a lot different. The color, you know, like, I don't know if you lot remembered, but it was very green.
Very green, yeah.
And brown. Yeah. I think those are they seem to. I didn't notice that on this so much, you know.
Yeah, but, I didn't see a lot of green either.
Almost enough. I mean, Keanu Reeves, one way or the other, he's going to bring everything to this. Like, 100%.
Of course. It's Keanu Reeves, bro.
What's the name? Carrion Moss. I haven't seen her now in much since the first.
She played in.
What's that movie? She played in.
Disturbia.
Disturbia.
Yeah, Disturbia. Yeah, she played
with Shia LaBeouf.
That's a while ago.
And she was bad in that too. Damn it.
I think Carrion Moss, she hasn't been playing in a lot of movies because I seen like a video like a while back. They said that she's just been like taking it easy a little bit and just spending time with her family because I think she has, a husband and I think she has kids or something like that. And
maybe.
I'm pretty sure she said she just take a little break, but she's back though.
But she brought a lot to the match. She was like, she looked like she could fight, you know.
I bet she could.
Of course.
You know, the first scene in the first Matrix when
she's on. She did back then.
see her on the first Matrix at the beginning with that iconic scene when she jumps up in the air, and like she was the beginning of it all. So yeah, I mean, Keanu Reeves, and he's got John Wick 4 coming out now as well at the same time. But I mean,
I'm so
we can't really. We're gonna have to do another, like, see who was right at the, see if we were right when it comes out of Christmas, and hopefully it's not held back.
I mean, there's a lot of movies out this year, so I'm super excited to actually be in the theaters more this year than any year. So yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm a bit skeptical.
Did you hear? This is half of the. This is not even a Matrix conversation, but did you hear that Halloween, the new Halloween, is actually going to be on Peacock?
Yes, I've heard. Yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis said that it's going to be on Peacock.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that over here, but
I don't.
But the thing is, it's a bit of a kick in the balls, if you ask me, because that means, like, for us who can't get Halloween Kills straight away, which means we'll be able to watch it on, like, as soon as it hits like an illegal site, everyone in Europe can watch it straight away, and it's going to be a perfect copy. It's not going to be a cam held copy,
right?
And less people are going to go out and see it, so it's going to do less. I don't need to explain. You guys know, and it's just why.
Yeah,
and one Peacock as well. Like, I didn't think that was a popular streaming.
If she'd have said HBO Max, you know how many people would be home? Lots of people be home watching that movie.
Yeah,
that'll be crazy.
Well, I don't understand what their logic is and all that, and but I think we should keep that for another video.
Yeah.
But I mean, have you guys? Does anything else you guys? Something I've forgotten? I can't remember.
Honestly, I really think this fourth one of Matrix is gonna be it's gonna be it. It's gonna be like, yo, Keanu he goes to a psychiatrist, he tell him some bullshit, then he be like, why you telling me some bullshit? And he's gonna figure out, oh, I am the motherfucking, Matrix. I'm gonna kick some ass.
Here's the thing. Here's an interesting theory. If y'all watch my trailer reaction, do you know, like, because think about this movie. It says The Matrix Resurrections. Okay, go back in the third movie. Remember when the architect told the Oracle, he said, how long do you think this peace will last?
That's true.
Think about that. Think about that. Because you think about that. Peace will never, like, especially in this world, peace will never last.
No.
But he did say it happens. It keeps happening. He said it happens. It happens over and over and over again.
In this movie, I'm hoping they will pick up from, like, part 3 of what happened, the events that happened in part 3. You know how, like, Neo saved Zion, and Neo, because like I said, because remember in the end of the third movie, Darrell, the machines, they lifted him up and everything.
Yes.
And one machine said this. He said, "It is done." So where did Neo go and all stuff? That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, they didn't kill off Neo. I think Neo is just still there, just chilling, and it's bringing him back. Like,
what's going to happen?
Back to the first part. Then they'll be like, okay, how did Neo, like, what happened? So it's gonna keep people on the edge, because what happened. What at the end of the fourth one? Like, dang, this is what happened. Then it's gonna redo it again. Because like you said, they said how long peace is gonna last. Like you said, peace keeps coming. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. We ain't gonna never have no peace. Never.
Nah, it's just like I said, I'm just hoping that with this fourth movie, that they'll, like, basically explain the events that happened in the third movie, and they'll pick back up, in this fourth one. Because if you think about in the trailer, Neo looks like he looks confused.
He does look
confused. He looks like he doesn't know where he's at. And then when he looked up, the Trinity said, "Have we met before?" And he looked at her, like he was confused, like he didn't know who she was. But she said, "Have we met before?" That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that they'll go in depth.
So Trinity must have known, like, because Trinity's not a dumb woman. Trinity must have known that they met somewhere.
I know that. Darrell, I'm saying is that you know, with this whole stuff with the Matrix, that's the reason why I was going back to my point about Yahya being Morpheus. There's probably something in the system with the Matrix, bro, where you know, Neo probably, you know, like I said, Neo probably just forgot a lot of stuff of what happened, and he's trying to, you know, get this back in his mind and you know, try to, you know, figure out, oh, okay, this is what happened, and all stuff. This is why I'm here, and all, because at this point, like in the trailer, because you need to see him talking to that therapist and all stuff. He didn't know. He didn't. Basically, he thought he was crazy. He thought it was crazy. People didn't know what he was talking about. Because
he said, what did the psychiatrist said? He said, I think I'm crazy, and he said, we don't say that in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's going to be. I mean, I just hope it's going to live up to. I mean, I know this is the fourth one. You can't beat the first one, but what if?
Oh, it's got a lot to live up to.
I know. You're right. What if when the fourth one actually be like, dang, that was better than the first one? So I don't think it's going to happen.
But here's another thing too. Darrell, and Davey said this good in his video. I checked his, you know, trade reaction out. You know, shout out to Davey from Simba Chop Shop. Make sure y'all like to subscribe to the Bros channel. He said that in Hollywood right now, with these movies, like the continuing with these franchise, he says Hollywood, they're running out of ideas and they keep on revamping, going back to the story from the original franchise. That's what they're doing. And like I said, he is right about that, because you could tell, like, because I could tell when he did his trade reaction, he wasn't too enthused about Yahya being Morpheus and all stuff.
I don't think nobody was. I think everybody was upset.
I mean, yeah, because Lawrence, I mean, let me be honest with you, bro. Lawrence Fishburne, to be honest, I think he made the Matrix, bro. He made the Matrix. Like, yes,
I
he
think
did, bro. Let's be honest.
He was a big part of it.
Let's be honest, Darrell. Let's be honest.
He was the daddy.
In the first movie, when he was showing Neo around, he was telling them about the Matrix, about the agents and all stuff, about everything, you know, everything in the Matrix. It's a system and all stuff. Like, yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, he played a big part of that, bro.
He did play a big part in it, but just I think about it, it's Keanu Reeves though.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. I just, to be honest with you, I agree. Keanu Reeves, it's his story, but Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne, right? Nobody could have made that character as. I mean, you could have got Samuel Jackson, and he would have done fine.
He's basically, he's like a father figure,
or Sean Connery probably would have done.
Sean Connery probably would have done a good job.
Yeah, but I don't know. Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne, he was so cool. And he was so likable. You wanted to be in his team. You wanted, you know, he was the daddy.
Yeah, he was the daddy.
Like you need to go through him before you need to speak to anyone. Do you know what I mean?
Question. Do you think Will Smith would have played a good Neo if he'd have done it?
Yeah. But Tom Cruise was first choice as well. Yeah. And Tom Cruise, he would have done it too. I love Will Smith.
Hands down.
People know, but he's getting a bad time recently. People are, oh God, this and that. Like, I don't know. He's getting a real kind of a hard time that his films haven't been doing that well. I loved him since Fresh Prince.
Amazing.
I think he's very charismatic. He's very likable. He seems like he's a real, genuine person inside, and it comes out for me. That it just seems like he's a good guy inside and out. And I think he's funny, and I think when he wants to be funny, he's funny. When he wants to be dramatic, when he wants to fight, he can fight. And when he wants to be serious, he's shown that he can do that. Absolutely. Like, what was that film? Pursuit of Happiness and stuff like that. Do you remember that one?
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Smith has, if he were an action, come on. You know he could have done that. Not taking nothing from Keanu Reeves. Oh my God, no, I can't do that. Yeah, he's brilliant. I wouldn't change nothing. I'm just saying, I could have seen Will Smith, and Tom Cruise is in the same category as that as well, because
I like Tom Cruise.
He's an action man. He can do all the fight. He can act.
Yeah.
And but you know what? That didn't happen. They got Keanu Reeves, and the rest is history.
And I like Keanu Reeves.
I mean, like, you see that film Point Break with Keanu Reeves.
Yes, the first
Keanu Reeves, he's quite likable. Like he can be a bit wooden in certain things, but you know what? It's his character is, when it's done right, it's done right. And when
Absolutely.
look at John Wick. Anyone else playing? I actually don't think Will Smith or Tom Cruise could have brought John Wick to life the way Keanu Reeves did. I just can't. I don't know.
Keanu Reeves. Listen, I'm sorry.
Maybe the
Keanu
Matrix,
Reeves
but
brought
John
John
Wick.
Wick to life.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think nobody, like you said, I don't think nobody else can touch John Wick like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. That's his thing.
Nah, that's his.
Again,
That's his.
I do think Will Smith could have done Neo and Tom Cruise. They could have, but I can't see them doing. They could, but not like the way Keanu
Not
Reeves
like how
brought that
Keanu
character to life.
Heck
You know. So yeah, I mean, so everyone's great. The directors, the Welsh. How do you say it? The Welsh guy. The Welsh guy. Why do they have to have some crazy big name that I can't pronounce? The Welsh brothers. Do you have to? They're not brothers anymore. I think one of them had like the change or something. But anyway, all I want to say is about them is they really directed that. You think about it, right? They directed it. The color, everything about the films, as good as all the acting was, you have to give them credit for the way they brought the colors to life, the whole cinematography, the angles, the bullet time, everything. They've done that. But I will say is they haven't made, I think as far as I know, every film they've made since The Matrix has flopped pretty hard. Yeah, one of them being Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending.
I haven't seen that. I
haven't seen that.
Yeah, don't.
He said, "Yeah, don't. Yeah,
don't do that." All right.
It looked like it was supposed to be good. What's the dude from Magic Mike and
Channing Tatum?
Yeah, he stars Channing Tatum.
Oh, and it had the girl from
Ted and stuff like that.
Friends with Benefits. And she was in the 70 show.
I can't think of it right now, but it'll come to me as soon as we stop recording. But yeah, them two, it was not very good. No, I can't think of a few others, but I do know that I was watching something recently about them, and unfortunately, they haven't had a hit since The Matrix, and I don't know, and hopefully this is going to be a hit. You know, I think it will, no matter what, even if it's bad. I think it's going to make money because Matrix, everyone's going to see it.
Yeah,
everyone wants to see it. You can't lose with this. Just hopefully they are not just cashing in on the money; they're bringing a story to life.
I really hope so.
Yeah, but you know, that's all I have for me to say. I mean, have you got any little extras to say? I can't think.
No, I just honestly, I really think that I hope the fourth one's going to be really good. It comes out in Christmas, so I'm really excited. I'll be, again, me and Justin will be front row watching it. Well, it won't be on Friday; it'll be on Saturday because he work on Friday. So we gotta.
You're gonna have to take Friday off.
Do it on Saturdays.
You're gonna have to take Friday off.
He get in trouble with that.
Don't worry. Something gonna happen soon. Hopefully, I get schedule change. Me and Darrell, we can do a lot of videos together and get a lot of stuff out.
Yeah,
you should record yourself at the movies going in.
Well, we get in trouble. We're going
to your first. Well, no, not inside, but going in. So right, we're here, and then like when you're coming out, we've just given your first initial reaction as soon as you walk out.
You know what? That's a good. That is a very good idea, and you know what? We'll do that. What comes out first? Ain't it Venom comes out October 1st?
Yeah,
we can do that, Justin. When we go see Venom.
Because when you come out of the movies, before you have had time to absorb the movie, you get your first initial reaction. Like, you know what I mean? If you sit back and think about it, you're like, you know what, I hated it. But your first initial reaction is like, oh my god,
Yeah.
So hopefully I see that anyway. Hopefully
Hey, good job. Thank you for giving me that little hint. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I told you we learned the teacher, but sometimes the teacher is going to get beat. No, I'm just playing.
That's like a Jedi reference. Like pretty much, like Darrell's trying to be. He wants to take down his Jedi master. That's what he.
We can't take down the Jedi master because the Jedi master is the one who learned us, who actually taught us how to do it. Because then the teacher will always know things to actually beat the student, just like how Lawrence Fishburne beat Keanu Reeves in Kung Fu. He was always a step ahead of him. So,
is that air you think you're breathing?
Hold up, Darrell, hold up. In the first one, okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The first one.
Okay, he did get him, but towards the end when he pushed Neo, bro, you see how the way fast Neo was moving them hands.
Exactly.
And then when he got in this, like he punched him in this, like I like to him in the face. He said, "I know what you're trying to do," and I'm like, that's when like he got a first glimpse of what his like powers looking like, and I was like, yep. So,
but Lawrence Fishburne is like, I can really
stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Nah, yeah. I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent.
Well, as I say, I'm gonna have to shoot off and take the blue pill.
I feel you. I need that blue pill.
I'm not that old yet. I don't need it yet. I'm gonna take the red and the blue at the same time and go where Neo is.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Anyway, look, I'm off out, and it was great talking to you guys again about this. And but for now, and until next time.
All right, y'all be good. Be safe.